In a newsletter, President Ramaphosa rejected claims that African countries are being led into a debt trap as they take up loans from foreign countries. He explained that the relationship between the South African and Chinese governments are for mutual benefit. The state has not sold its soul to the highest bidder, said Ramaphosa, after acquiring a loan of $2 billion from the China Development Bank for spending on South Africa's failing power supplier. Meanwhile, African countries have been stacking up debt owed to China. Whereas Chinese loans to Africa amounted to $2 billion in 2005, it had increased to $30 billion by 2016. The African Exponent reported, Africa is slowly being tied to the yoke of Chinese debt. There is no transparency and accountability when it comes to acquiring Chinese loans. As a result of this, African countries are finding it hard to extricate themselves from the grip of Chinese debt. It means that debt is continuing to pile on and on, unabated, and the repercussions will be dreadful. The top 10 African countries with the largest debt to China can be summarized as follows. The Republic of Congo with an estimated debt of $3.4 billion. Ghana with an estimated debt of $3.5 billion. Nigeria with an estimated debt of $4.8 billion. Cameroon with an estimated debt of $5.5 billion. Zambia with an estimated debt of $6 billion. North Sudan with an estimated debt of $6.4 billion. The Republic of Congo with an estimated debt of $7.3 billion. Kenya with an estimated debt of $7.9 billion. Ethiopia with an estimated debt of $13.5 billion. And Angola with an estimated debt of over $25 billion. By 2018, around 40% of low-income countries in Africa were in debt distress or at high risk of it, reported the International Monetary Fund. We went through just in the last 20 years this big debt forgiveness for a lot of African countries, said Tibor Nagy, US Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs, referring to the International Monetary Fund's heavily indebted poor countries program, a program to help the world's poorest nations clear billions of dollars worth of unsustainable debt. Now, all of a sudden, we are going through another cycle of that. I certainly would not be sympathetic, and I don't think my administration would be sympathetic to that kind of situation, he told reporters in Pretoria in 2019.